292 677666. You want a horse? Link Claudia Davis, man. You want a piece of land? She are the real big woman, Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own horse and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own horse and a van through she. You can own acre land. She tell me pre-smart, pre-better. Get your own damn voice, me one for the sign up letter car. NHT, them a reach.
I know.
Remember, my son just on table in December. And she look construction too. She will be the house for you and you get it well rendered. Davis, she are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. She now start it and left you there. Me a tell your brother, yes, she well prepared. And if you're meeting enough farmer pangarang, she give your lawyer, brother, clear your fear. She are the best RST agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care about mind them, just give me strength by steel and gravel and black and cement. Now me house that I build up on the high, me a save some me money gone up in the sky from. Me meet Claudia, me say me nah lie bang. Have money and me pocket never giant. Me swear for me life, say me son him have to fly so. Hypocrite pagan while we die. You can't stop Claudia Davis, don't try. Every day another house gone. I Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own acre land. Yeah man, you know. It's Claudia Davis. Big up yourself. That's a like, subscribe, and share. Claudia Davis. Can get your house anywhere. Just be prepared without no fear.
Mom, so Jovan is first.
Hi, Jovan. As usual, he says, and he's so right.
My
serenity.
Said me first, and Peter said first.
You know, guys, everything is about strategy.
What do you think Jovan's strategy was?
I don't know, but if you want to beat Jovan, you have to figure out the strategy. What is the strategy to beat him? Everything is about strategy.
I think Jovan has the first as usual, probably written out first and copied, so he just hit paste and send. Or he has really fast internet service.
I know. Tony, you're kind of dark though.
Yeah, because I think I know one moment.
Yeah, Jovan, you have a strategy that you're using. It works every time. Now, guys, you have to understand that everything is about strategy, right? It is about strategy. There's just no two ways about it. How about turning on that light as well? Yeah. My Bluetooth. Too much technology. Bluetooth. Where you turn on Bluetooth? It's a mobile. It's Bluetooth. Okay. Still look that. Oh, light pitching in and out. Just look a little better here. No. So, guys, everything is about strategy.
Future says first. Donika says good afternoon. Joanne says happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday.
And Computer said happy Sunday, ladies. Serge said no, me first.
My serenity, you have to find the strategy. No, the thing
it's like coming second every time in class.
Yeah, but you know, the first time I really realized that some things give you an edge was when I had to the Shakespeare in school. Now, a lot of you, those who went to Jamaican schools, high school, traditional high schools, I don't know about the other high schools, you must do a Shakespeare. You do at least 2 books or 3 books. Third,
The
fourth,
one-
and fifth form. Oh my God. Or
Yeah.
fourth and fifth form.
No, well, I did it in third because we did Midsummer Night's Dream in third. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was.
I did Macbeth. I remember doing Macbeth.
No, we did Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, you
No,
did
it was
Taming of
not.
the
It
Shrew.
was Midsummer Night's Dream and Macbeth. We
Right.
did it continuously.
Right. And
We had to
every
do it at
year,
CXC.
every year the book changes because you're gonna do it at CXC. Now, when I was in these Shakespeare classes starting, I couldn't understand that thing.
Mhm.
I couldn't understand a thing. This thing was over my head. But when we're in the class, we notice them never ever bright, them just have money. The rich one them
Mhm.
always seem to get the Shakespeare. Them can't get maths and English, you know, but them get the Shakespeare. When teacher says, what does I try to remember a Shakespeare quote here. No.
The quality of mercy
Is not strained. It droppeth like a gentle rain from heaven upon the face, upon the earth beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. That's a famous one. That was that Portia the lawyer talking to the Charlotte the merchant?
Yeah.
Something like
No, I
that.
think it was a court.
Wasn't who the court was talking? Was it Portia who was the judge? I don't remember.
I can't remember which one it was from, which Shakespeare
I
was from.
think it was Macbeth.
No, that wasn't Macbeth.
Wasn't Macbeth?
No.
All right, guys. So I'm telling you the drama, the story. Not the drama, the story. Couldn't understand how them pick me up. But all of a sudden, them writing at the Shakespeare English class. But apart from that, you have to help them, right? Anyway, you know, some me telling us some me always I each up with them pick me up. And them pick me have everything. When I have lunch, them have it. If it's dead long enough, me I get food. Them have everything, right? And them no short enough. One day now me decide say, so my thing was sports. I played lawn tennis, badminton, this, but we had a test, right? So and the test wasn't even in Shakespeare, the test was in English. And you know, them asked me to stay around and help them. So I did that. So anyway, one of them went to go to books, you know, under them bag and stuff. And I saw this book on the front of it, it said, whatever word you that time, it said Macbeth.
But it's not your textbook.
But it's not my book. So I'm gonna take out the book. I'm gonna say, what's this? And she casually says, oh, it's the Cliff Notes. Cliff Notes, what is she talking about? So when me open the book now, I'm gonna start from go through. I said, right. In my mind, me I said, that's why the book of them is so bright. Them have the Cliff Notes. So the Cliff Notes,
This program has been around since the 70s?
it has been around for long, Tony.
Wow.
The Cliff Notes have the so like in the passage, and it's supposed to have gotten better now. It's probably online now too. It have the passage or the whatever he said. So like Portia's speech, that famous speech. It has it, and then it explains it line for line.
Okay.
The Cliff Notes. So they knew, you know. So when my niece them go through that, I think you guys got the Cliff Notes too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but make sure I buy the Cliff Notes and give them as a seed. That's gonna make you superstar. So Jovan, my serenity, everything is a strategy, right? You have to know what is giving these people this edge over me.
Same thing with buying the real estate, Jovan.
Same thing. Why give them the edge?
They have more deposits.
Is it that? Is it that them have?
higher?
Yeah, them have more money. The deposit. What is it? Is it that them have a better real estate agent?
But you know, you can tell them later.
Yeah. Is it that they have a better circle of people around them? And sometimes, guess what it is sometimes? It's just being in the presence of some people. Like I say, every time I drive out to maybe go look at a development or just go look at some open house or something. I call it a little idle drive. But in truth and fact, it's not really a little idle drive. Every time I go to these things, I meet somebody who's gonna tell me something, who's gonna help me with something that I'm trying to figure out, who's going to. I'll give you an example. So I'm hanging out at Richmond with some friends. Tony was there. So we call up another person. Keith it was who come have a drink with us, man. And right there I said, Tips, I need to do some work, some construction. Nobody can give me. And he gave me somebody. We called right there on the phone. The man said, yes, we'll meet me the next morning. The very next day the man meet me. And there it was. I am now in working with this man just by being there at the time. No, and my friend reminded me of this. My friend Shauna reminded me of it. She said, Miss D, remember, every time we would do this walking up and down, I would go here, always meeting people. I'm expanding my network of people. Even you here and here have helped us a lot. I remember the first time we came on this video story. Remember, I was shaking. shaking. So somebody on this platform told us about a gimbal, right? And literally told us about mic cancellation. Remember, somebody told us about a mic cancellation headset or mics. What's it called? Tony, have a name, but it's a cancellation. It cancels the wind that's going on. And he told us about it and about the gimbal and all of that, and even the drone. And all of those are staples in what we use now regularly, right? But by just being in the presence of others, which is why my Aunt Dolly used to say, Claudia, get up, put on your clothes, fix up your face, fix up your hair, and go. Go and walk and go and visit your friends. Even after me have a baby, because I have a baby at 17, I was living with her. Go and leave the baby with me and go and walk. And nothing is in here. Nothing is in there. That lady was from England. She went to England and returned in residence. Says, nothing is in here. Nothing. You get out there. You're a young girl. Go and fix up your face. Fix up your hair. Fix up yourself and go. Walk and go talk to people. Go and visit your friends around the road. You go. And I tell you, she always says, better you walk for nothing than sit down and wait for something. At them time, I was sit down for 2 hours wait for my baby father. She said, sit and wait on what? She said, you go out there and you go walk up and down. If him come, I'll tell you. Because them time when they have the phone, they don't say, you be guard on the road, you can't call me.
That's funny.
Yeah, and he always complains. So every time I come here, you go and walk around the road and something. People never know, say, Andale, say, me must come out of this place. I guess because she never want me out with him or waste no time with him no more.
Not only that, baby number 2 at 17.
Yeah, she just have our way of saying, listen, man, get out of this now. And so said, so done. I remember going on the road and Nigel handed me a heart form. I said, Nigel, what is? He said, the heart people pass through, This was 1983 when Tony Bond heart came in 1982. And them pass around and them give them form, He said, yeah, for what? Them say, for register. And them have school leavers program, them have skills training, them have all kind of things that will for register. I'm tell you, say, me, Nigel, I'm go up the road, I'm give Munchie one. So Nigel give me 2, I'm go around the road further, I'm give Munchie one. I used to jam out with Nigel because Nigel was a barber. He lived with his mom and dad at one time in a Kencut. A very nice family, I can tell you. His sisters and him and his mother and father very close. They all live at the same house. Me never have no family set up like that, so them was like a little refuge to me. And them walk around the road to Munchie, which was the same thing. But Nigel them was a little bit richer than Munchie family, but both families were very together, very nice, especially the mothers, always, Claudia, them cook dinner, ready for eat. Them not ask if you want it, if you eat with them cooking, them I say, you ready for eat. I'll eat it, I tell you, now stop. And, because I was walking around the road, that's how I got the farm. Because the truth is, them pass me, pass my yard. But me never get none of the farm. So if me never walk around the road, I want to get the farm. And that's how I was introduced to her first. And I can tell you, there are many situations I've been where just by me being there is how the blessings came. Sometimes I'm not even supposed to be there. Sometimes I'm just following somebody call me. Like the same thing with Hills of Draxa. I keep telling people the story. A lady from England called me. I said, Miss D, I hear them have some land selling at Draxa. They can't follow me, go look on them. I'm in Kingston. The lady called me and said she come in whatever time I meet her all the way in a St. Anne go look on the place. We went, the time that road them not even cut yet. We walk through bush, me I look on the map and me I try to figure out which part we there. And she managed to cut. She me tell you at the time the developer just started selling them to her in 68,000. The man wanted that. She get the me not even negotiated on me. I just a follow her, remember, you know. She get him down to 65,000. I say, yeah, I turned to him. I said, I can't start selling them. And he said, yeah, man, very nice, man. He said, yeah, man, you can't squat, man. And even when he said that, I still never take it serious. Seriously. She went away, she called me back and she said, Claudia, you know, say that look like me can't do it. I ended up selling back that very lot that she chose was lot 19. He was giving her for 65,000 US. And I ended up selling it for 85,000 US 1 year later. Because by this time now we started cutting the roads and all of that. And I still never ever take it serious. Now remember, me and her don't got a bottom, you know. And me I scope it out and me I say, this is a good man. And next time I go back, them I show the admin staff where it was. Because I can't read the map, but them couldn't read the map so good. And me and them go up there and show them where the lot them there, whatever. I'm going to go business again, man. I think at that time I was doing tranquility deals over in St. Mary, so I was more focused on that. This is Mr. Scott, he was selling some houses. And guys, you know when me roll up my socks, one day now, I say, I turn up here so I see what I'm going now. And I go up there now and I look at my sister, the tractor cut the road, Tony. I say, I have my car, the time I drive a little under, you know, at the Note, me that drive, yes, the Note, Nissan Note, the hatchback. So I think my car can't go up there, so I see one of them I go up there and them van. When I jump in at the van, I say, may I go up there so with you? Ladies, when I went up there, then gentlemen, I tell you, me yeah, it drop out of my head. Me never know, say, I saw the view, nice.
The view is lovely.
The view is to live for. I tell you, the view is to live for.
And the design, the engineer cut the lots the right way.
Yes, it is. Every place up there, a view.
Most of them.
Yeah, I was like, wow. That was when my, as I'm saying, your skin catch a fire. And I start a piece of promotion. I'm sure some of you jumped in. I start a piece of promotion and I start to sell. I'm saying, I'm going to sell my, you know, one of them, you know. I mean, not even have money for deposit. But you know, everything is about the desire. Everything is about wanting it. Ladies, a man ever walk past it and you look, you smile at you and you do a double take and you might turn around and look at him and say, damn, what just happened? And if that man was to ever stop and face you, you could even have a coherent conversation the way how you just yeah, the way how everything is just damn, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Everything is the desire. And if the desire hit you there and then, you're gonna get connected with that man. Everything else is gonna fly through the window. It is the desire to do something that makes us able now to fly in airplanes, to ride on trains, to drive cars. It's because of the desire of somebody else who wanted to stop walk, who wanted to stop ride a donkey, who wanted to stop a ride ass. Come on, man. It was a desire for somebody who wanted to get somewhere faster.
Tired of it.
Or wanted to conquer continents. It was the desire of somebody else who wanted to do more, or to get more, or to have more, you know, or just a simple desire. Like for me, personally, my desire was to have my own bed. When my father threw me out and me wake up the next morning, I was on the floor, somebody's floor sleeping. That shot the wits out of me. And I said to myself there and then, I said, me I gotta have so much bed. Me not even gonna know which one me I gotta sleep on. Why me can't count the amount of bed me have right now. Me have all bed lean up. It's just a thing. I kid you not. Right?
I look at it the other day and I was like, I need to find some word, another host to put this in.
Bed it, right? Because I just don't want to be left without a bed, right? So I kind of overcompensated. I didn't just stop at buying one bed, you know. And as Tony says, Mom, you have extra beds. Mom, come on, you have extra furniture. What are you gonna do? Well, looks like we're gonna have to go build a room to put it in, or we'll buy a house to put it in, or we're gonna build a house to put them in. But it's a desire, everybody.
You've now reached the point in your life that you're buying house to put furniture.
Yeah, I'm part of it.
Damn.
That's not good. But as I tell Tony now, for me the desire, for me is a chase. I like the chase.
And after you get to see bored.
Yeah, after I achieve, I'm so bored out of my wits. I'm like, what next? You know, kind of thing. So I like the chase of getting it, of getting the land, building the house, and I'm finished. I'm done with it. I don't want to plant the grass. I don't want a picture. I don't want to not like that. I just want to be done with it, right? And I want to go on to the next
Some
conquest.
questions when you're ready.
And then the thing is with me now, I like the chase of saying, oh, Claudia, looking on bank account. I said, oh, you not no money. What's happening here now? So, zero. Not no money. See, okay, but I said, this nice property, you know. I said, come on, Tony, man, how we can't get this? How we can't spin this? I tell you. And every day I was spinning this in my head. I'm saying, Tony, maybe we should do this, do that, do that, do that. She says, she goes, oh, again, because Tony's not a risk taker, but I am, right? And Tony like things to come a little easier. I'm like, I want
pressure.
I like pressure. I like the challenge. It's like I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. We were saying she's January 1st and I'm January 10th. We kind of have the same personality. That's Jackie. We went to Woolman's together. And Jackie's saying, God, Lord, I forgot she's an accountant, charter. I forgot meet this tax deadline. So when is the deadline? Tomorrow. So when we started it, no, when I have this client, I got to do it. I say, oh, you still like me, man. You wait till the last minute. I'm like that. I will have a report. Like, no, I have a brief that I need to write from Riverstead. And I have to do this in one day. Now, I should have been writing this brief since January, since we wrapped up with the presentations from Riverstead from the shareholder groups, right? So June.
Or July.
Yes, I had about, and we have given notice, the tour to be done, I think it was about a month now. So literally, I could have been doing this brief 1 month ago. I could have started this brief. But the inspiration not gonna come until the day. So guess what, guys? See, after I come off live, I have to buckle down and do this because guess what? The survey has completed the report. I'm gonna complete the brief. Because the brief has to go up to the engineers and the architects, right? And directors. So I'm just a pressure girl. I don't know. I'm just someone who set up. I get the best work done when I'm under pressure. For some reason, I can't seem to be hit with the inspiration, whether it be a house design, whether it be a subdivision, whether it be, it don't matter what it is. I just, if I have to write a report, for some reason, I have to be under some. And I was the same in school. I'd wait till the last minute to study. And I'm a cram person. Once the exam finished, I don't remember anything. Don't ask me. I'll come out of the exam and I'm saying, Claudia, number 4. Where are for number 4? And I'm like, what the hell is number 4? And I'm starting, I can't remember. Because I just pump it in my head, release it, and I'm done. Done with it. Right? And I was like that. Even when I went to university, I was like that.
Your type of people are the worst to have as group members and classmates.
Yeah, that's true. And that's because, you know why? We have elephant memory. So we can literally sit and cram all this information in our brain, packs it up. And we're not going to get flustered. We're just going to go in there, write it out, and we're done. And we release it. So we have elephant memory. We don't keep it. We don't keep the memory, though. We release it and it's gone.
I have a pretty good memory, too.
Yeah, but Tony has good memory, sure. So whereas I have elephant memory, Tony and I have what we call long memory. Which one of the animal them have that? Long memory.
I don't know.
Which animal You can teach something years ago and them still remember it.
The chimp.
Yeah, the monkey. Yeah, the monkey. So you have monkey memory. All right, guys, let's see. All right, enough of my whining. But remember what I said. Everything is about desire. You must have the dream, the desire, whatever it is. You need to just know. Say, if you wake up in the morning and you say, you know, somebody should have change my car in the back. Yeah, that is your desire. Start running. Do little things towards it. Keep moving. If you get up in the morning and you say, oh, somebody should have a look at our husband. Why am I sitting here all alone when I could have just got look at our husband? If that's a desire, just get up and start running. What I've learned throughout
There's a man out there water wife and him just not approach.
I will discover. But one of the things you have to understand, the universe out there is like when I speak now, it's going out. Which is how you can have telephone and radio and all these things. You figure it out, right? That our voices, our thoughts are moving through the sound waves. They figure that out. So if you say it to the universe, just say it to the universe. Somebody came on the street and said, oh, we need to find a piece of land with river. I will find land with river, but we couldn't afford it. But we still found the next best thing, which was the land that we wanted. Now, first have a water source, is what we wanted. So you have to speak it to the universe, and the universe will open up and help you. The universe is literally going to send Tom, Dick, Harry, everybody. Somebody will call you out of the blue and say, Claudia, I'm here say I want a contract there.
I know, like, what I like about, like, people have this enormous need to share. So you tell some person one thing,
yeah,
go and tell somebody else. That person tells somebody else, and then just reaches right back around to you. Whether it's conscious or subconscious or whatever it's happening,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna come back. So right now, if I say alive, you know, I want a husband. And by the way, I don't want a husband, all right? But if I'm sure if I say it, oh my God, I will have so many candidates.
I know your friends are gonna send husbands. Husbands will send themselves.
Yeah. They're going to. It's just gonna happen, guys. So believe me when I tell you, when the desire hits you, right? And you have put it in your brain that you want to do, which is why it's important to have desires for good things. Yeah. Because the universe cannot distinguish between good or bad enough. So if you get up every morning and say, I'm going to kill a lizard then, like right now, I swear off a lizard, so I'm going to kill him in my house.
You have to conquer fear first.
Yeah, I have to conquer fear, but I swear I'm going to get it. Right now, I swear of it. So if you get up every morning and say, you know, so I'm going to nail her, I'm going to lick her up on the end, you know. Trust me, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Right? So have good thoughts, right? The universe can't distinguish between good and bad. So you have good thoughts.
So Cheryl says, happy Sunday.
Happy Cheryl, how you doing? Happy Sunday.
Anthony says, good evening, Claudia and Tony.
Lorna says, Jovan winning the prize every week.
Yes.
Happy Sunday. You have to find out Jovan's strategy. What is it?
Joy says, good day, ladies. And Naki said, afternoon, happy Sunday. Lorna says, Claudia.
Oh, my Serenity says, guys, you must press the like button.
Oh, yes. Lorna says,
like button, everybody.
Claudia is doing some wicked dub plates. I've been watching all of them sound nice.
All of them sound So you know I've been going through a phase, right? Yes, thanks for listening to them. It's on, what's the album called? Did they put it on an album yet? Where can they find the music?
No, right now I think they're just listening to the ones that are loaded on the YouTube channel.
Okay, but you can actually find our music on, what's it called?
YouTube.
iTunes.
No, YouTube Music. Yeah, iTunes. Well, Spotify, YouTube Music, definitely, and it's called Landlady.
That's the
artist.
That's the artist. The artist is called Landlady. The sound is called Landlady Sound too.
Landlady Sounds. Yeah.
So if maybe you Google it, you'll find it, right? Spotify and where? It's on quite a number.
YouTube Music, definitely. I know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Cheryl says, Miss D, what are your thoughts on the election?
Why, Cheryl, I have to draw out my tongue to them man. Jeez, Cheryl, why you do me that? Well, Cheryl, come like, you know, some me that watch, we sitting here last night. It looked like every blogger was out on the live last night.
Yes, politics is big news in Jamaica
Man,
right now.
when we were coming in from Palmetto Pines, we left at 4. I didn't even know that there was a meeting. Of
We
course.
leave at 4 o'clock. Boy.
What time we leave, about 5?
Yeah, later than that.
And I'm seeing the bully for people in a green and red. And I said, what one? So I want, but I never remember nothing. But I knew
Orange, no, they were
in orange, right?
Green and red.
Yeah, orange. So we green and orange. My color blind now. I think it was red one time. They changed the color to orange.
No, it was
always
always orange. Comrades, orange is the color.
Okay, labor rights is green. So we see the bus them up. One of them all push me out of the road. Me have to insist on poem. He stopped, and then he started pulling out without indicating. I was already overtaking this man, or not even overtaking, because he pulled to the side and parked, picking up people. I'm telling him if I put on a piece of out and bad driving the pan him, you know. To make him know, so listen to me, if you think you're gonna lick me with that today. So anyway,
Not even his vehicle.
it's not even his vehicle. Exactly. You know what I mean? So Tony looked it up on another chat and realized that there was a meeting in Crossroads. Damn, where we're gonna drive. Anyway, we figured out where to drive, and we drove and we come in. In the evening now, man, me have Xander's even. They were supposed to be reading, but of course, reading turned here. One time it turned fighting, next time it turned them a jump up and down on the bed, and next time them actually have a 2 book. I do some fist fight business with the 2 book. But take what the book them from them and put the book on the chair and say, listen, leave, come to my room.
That's one way to get out of reading.
Yeah. So
Figuring out a way.
yeah, so one of them take it to heart, which I lick one saver, which me know him I take it to heart, and him bold, gone downstairs to him daddy. But the other one, Xander, was stayed with me the whole night. Me and Xander head to head on the pillar, man, and me and scroll through my TikTok. And Sharon, me go buck up one live. Live, you know, JLP was at Morant Bay in St. Thomas. I met me telling the man, when me start watching thing, you know. So me a flick again, and me a flick. Come here, so one of the PNP one on, but me flick on the PNP one, them never start yet. Flick back around to the labor right one. We see the one of them I talk about. Dead yard there crossroads. Dead yard there crossroads. And them face, you know. Me I say, what the hell? So I flip back. But why them call it? Because the people them never start the conference yet. You understand? It was late. They didn't start yet. And I see them come out. But what the next term? Third term landing. Appear that, you know. Third term landing. At 4, I couldn't figure what were they talking about third term landing.
We're gonna get a third term.
Yes, this was after me reading out how much comments to figure out what they were talking about. Let me tell you now, Cheryl, I'm not telling a lie. The labor rights rally at St. Thomas hooked me. It reminded me of when I used to go to these. I used to go to these things with my mother. My mother was a labor right and my father was a PNP. So I used to go with my mother to all of them labor right rallies somewhere, you see, and I see them where them go on. Them punchline, the music, Tony's like a dance. And when I look, I saw children there as well. And I said, no cheaty. The parents and them pity them come out and they say, hold on a little bit. So I see them think, Cheryl, I see them think happen.
Bobby, comrades, only the vote counts on election day. You don't can party all of the one. Only the vote counts on election day.
Well, let me tell you
First term landing.
Let me tell you though. The people them said third term landing, and me I tell you said that the slang they are gonna fly through. So where them get it from? And where them get it from? Tony. Me say, and I saw everybody come talk, you know, Robertson, Charles, who else come? Colonel Charles Jr. came on stage to me tell you something there now. And one of the time a DJ come up in and him sing every JLP song. I got Tony and me said the crowd was lively party. Party. What you say we can party everyone? Don't worry yourself. Party. The people them happy. Them glad. Well, me know St. Thomas people happy.
Yeah,
Me
man,
nah
on the
tell you.
highway.
St. Thomas people, uno glad bag a bus. Highway. KFC a come now in the urban center. One bag of developers coming. I only sorry we never get. We neither Ecos and the Riverside got an opportunity to buy land in St. Thomas as yet. We did
look though.
We looked at it though, but at the time it wasn't ready. It just wasn't for us, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm looking, but I'm more looking for river now. Definitely want the river land now, right? But me I say St. Thomas, the government are really come out for them. Me not tell a lie. St. Thomas, if no other parish, the government never did well for is St. Thomas. They did well in St. Andrew too. Because St. Andrew of all pretty roads, I mean, 2 lanes and just nice. When you drive through St. Andrew now, you're on good roads, guys. When I jump on down in a pothole, I'm glad for driving at St. Andrew. Not tell you a lie. It's pretty now. St. Andrew. I wake up in the morning, no garbage. Because I get up sometimes at 5 and drive out because we maybe going to the country or whatever. And you see the people on the streets, they're cleaning and so on. And the place just clean, the place just nice. It's a good thing now, St. Andrew. All right, I like that. So I know say St. Thomas people have everything to celebrate. They do. And the truth is going on. If me did in a one little old brought down place, and a man coming in my midst, and him fix my driveway, and him give me pretty tidy, pretty bathroom, and him fix my roof, and him build a house, and him do all these things, boy, Tony, what you do for that man, man?
And he's handsome and athletic.
Man, Tony, the man could have walk a 5K with me. You can't walk a 5K with me. Where that? What you want to really know? Why, Cheryl? Tell you, Cheryl, ask a tough question, right? But it's the bloggers you must watch. I buck up into it because I'm now on TikTok. And they went, I told them to pump on TikTok anyway. I never know if you use it, she teach me now. So you know, me tell you something, I done TikTok. Now I see why people spend. Let me see the security guard, them TikTok everywhere you go. Nobody now look up again, you know, them on TikTok. Now I understand the pull of the TikTok. I kid you not.
And everything is on that minute. So it's like a whole
man, I'm telling you, within 30 minutes, you got 30 things and you get whole heap of information. So guys, if you're not on TikTok, download that. Download
You're
that.
on TikTok now.
Yeah, well, I'm on TikTok now. I remember to follow us on TikTok, right? Because we're not putting up the videos quicker on TikTok. So follow us on TikTok. But Cheryl, what me think about the election? I'm not a voting girl. I'm not enumerated. Tony, enumerated? No. None of us are enumerated. We follow these things just like we follow any other season, right? So we follow it like it's carnival season, it's Christmas season. We follow the seasons, right? So now it's election season.
I take the good and the bad.
Yeah, so we follow the season, we listen to them. Sometimes them talk rubbish, and I'm telling no lie. Both sides talk rubbish and they're pretty right. Like last night, I think it was Colonel Charles. So I book up him now on another channel. They were live too. And now I know Colonel Charles. He probably will remember me. When I was at Island Life, I was one of the delegates, union delegates. And he was the Bustamante Tribe Union, BITU, Bustamante Industrial Tribe Union representative. Hugh Shearer was also around at that time. And I remember they had to come to a couple meetings. So we sat on the same side. And because he was representing us, we were unionized and he was a rep. A stalwart of a man. Him and Hugh Shearer. I heard him yesterday talking about the bus them Tony. School bus. Him said, imagine. The man you're talking about are telling the people now for them sending the bus for the children. And them talking about the bus are come to kill them. Who you tell the people them say the bus, them not to take the bus because the bus are come to kill them. Of course, him say it way more funnier than me. I said, my God.
So what about a couple kilo?
Me,
You know,
what-
the bus them.
What's a couple kilo? I said,
Bus
what if
can make a good turn on the country road.
oh, them get them story there from? But it is a good look that we have started. You know, the same union representation thing. I remember when we only got $300 for shoe allowance. And everybody was saying, well, I'm going to $300 can buy shoes. But eventually, 300 every time we negotiate, the $300 come off after a while. It's a start. And I think the bus system, the school bus system is a good thing. It needs to be implemented in St. Andrew as well. It is a good thing that we can have a dedicated bus just for our children. It shows that we're stepping into a different era. It shows that we're stepping up in life too. When a country can designate buses just to carry the school children, it said that we have some money. It's just like you in your household and you
Not
can
only that,
designate a car if you carry your picnic go to school with a driver. Come on, guys.
Yeah, and it shows that children are priority too.
Yeah.
That you have actually put aside some money to do something of service to our children.
Yes, it is. I
Because
remember-
trust me, those buses are a struggle for kids, you know.
Yes.
And a lot of Jamaican kids go to school by themselves.
Themselves. Yeah, they do. They go to school by themselves. The current buses that we have, them busted, them picnic, them boy, man.
Not only that too, you as a child on a bus, you make an adult come on the bus. You have to stand up. At least when you're on a designated school bus, you can at least rest your legs.
Yes, at the very
At
least.
the very least.
Right? And if you miss your stop, that bus driver knows that he's responsible for you.
Yeah.
You understand?
These are the bus just...
When you're up on public bus and you miss your stop, that the driver there said, boy, you have to come off here so you know cars. Me don't know where you are go. Come on, guys.
And you know, and I've seen it happen. It's those same buses. They see too many children at the bus stop. Them don't stop.
Them don't stop.
Don't stop.
Guys, the bus system is like you can now afford a driver and a vehicle to take your child to school. Right? You're not taking them anymore because you step up in a life, you have some money now, you move, maybe you have a very busy job now, but you earn more money. So you can now afford this child a private vehicle and a private driver. Their responsibility is to pick them up, take them to school, and take them back. Step up in a life. Come on. Step up in a life. First world countries have
to walk.
yeah, first world countries have designated bus and carry people to go to school. So what am to we are first world too. A first world. How come I call we third world? We are first world country. Let's stop it. But Cheryl, the vibes.
Carlin says a lot of people there just for the party. They're not coming out to vote.
Yeah, man, I'm there for the party. Wait a
That's
second.
so
They're
true.
for the likes. Need some water back here. So they're there for the partying, guys. So what do you think? They're there for the party. They are there to enjoy themselves. This is a season. And I can tell you what I'm going. Now, people like Tony and I don't have no vote. Some of them people that there's another vote neither, as Tony said, them there for the party, the festivities. Yes, it's election season. But is who can bring out them people on the day is going to win. Whichever party is better at bringing out their voters on the day, to mark the X or mark the bell, mark the head or mark the bell, will win. It's not about manifesto. It's not about...
Like somebody in the radio said, no, they don't even read that.
Jamaicans are not readers. As a matter of fact, I need to go find it. Is it online? Any of them online?
Probably.
I know the PNP one came out. I know Labour Party brought a booklet out. I hear them say them distribute 100,000, but I didn't get one. Come on, guys, why didn't I get one?
You don't walk the streets.
Oh, that's probably why. And he was find me and give me one. I didn't get one of the books, labor rights. Why didn't I give me one of the books? Let me go read it. I'm a reader, so I'll read it.
Probably online.
But or tell me where it is online. Who is gonna win is who will bring out the people to vote. That's who is going to win. I can tell you that much. Having sat and I'm one of these people now. I go and sit. Why am I so hot?
Because you have the AC at 26. I don't know why you're listening to the man on TikTok.
Oh my God.
A man on TikTok told her to put the AC at what? 24. He told you to
24
put
to
it
26.
at 24 to 26.
And now I'm sweating like a pig.
Normally we have the AC at 16.
So I'm not putting it back on 16. So, God, look how me I sweat. Jesus, guys. My apologies. So, this election thing, happy. I got Palmetto Pines. Everybody I give me them, either them, whatever sign them thing is. So, any sign them give me, I put up at the same sign. Tony, that's the thing.
Oh.
Any sign them give. So, them get a shower sign.
Mm-hmm.
Them get a labor right sign. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to put up. That's the time about shower. Let me tell you, so the man them bad it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I listen to the Prime Minister, hear him. We're going to bring water, come now, we know. We're going to bring it everywhere, you know. Well, if you take yourself up to the hills, you know, and only 4 people live up there, that's not feasible. So we're not going up there. But we're going to bring water now so that you can shower. And then, of course, the music chippy same time. Hey, Cheryl, I had a ball last night. It come like I was at a dance. I was a party.
So that was his disclaimer. If there's 4 of you up there, we can't.
Which is true. What the man for care water away. So he says we're gonna have to find another solution for you, which is probably rainwater harvesting. Give them some drums and some pipes and them figure it out, right? But I'm saying to be honest, I did not, because PNP took so long to start their conference. By the time they started, I was already too vested in the labor rights one. I kid you not. I was just vested. And then by the time they wrapped it up about something 11 or somewhere there, I was so tired. I did skip over to them, but then I was kind of tired, so I couldn't focus. So I just went to bed. But Cheryl, the next time that I pick up one of them live, I think I was on TikTok. And them going live everywhere now. So anywhere the Prime Minister, and it was also on the Prime Minister's TikTok. So the Prime Minister have a TikTok account. You can go there too and follow the Prime Minister. Yeah?
It's probably not as fun though.
Yeah. But no, it was as fun. The rest of and the blogger them never talk today to them I give for them. Feel one of them said, watch them move I Mr. Hearing. If you can't give me what? I want him say $200, $100, something like that. If you can't send me $100. I'm at PNB Metro, but you know, on hungry belly, you know, so don't bother come for me. So
he's getting paid for his life now?
I don't know. Oh God, it's so hot. I don't know if he's getting paid. You see over there, I should soon repeat. So we are about.
Jovan says, come on, Miss D, 16 degrees or nothing. You work too hard for that.
Yeah, true, man. 16 degrees. Well, listen to this, a blogger talk about AC for 24. You got to be kidding me. 24 people feel like they're out the door. I know the man have me a sweat. Please. Woman for 30 for 24. Mother shot. Come on to water. I drink 2 glasses of water since I sit down here.
Colleen says, there were a bus system for the rural kids before. It's not the first time. I don't know what happened. There was actually a bus system when I was in high school. It used to be some buses with a Doberman dog on it. And it was for school children.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that bus at all.
Yeah, Doberman dog on the side of it.
Well, I hope that...
I think the buses were green, if memory serves.
I hope they can keep it up, the bus system, and move on to greater things. And whichever party come into power now, I hope that you will continue. So I heard the Prime, as a matter of fact, that's the article that I need to find. Spoke about the in-zone people. In-zone, everybody. So we have to ensure that whichever party win, it don't matter, any party win, we have to go work with it, is that we continue the gains. So whatever it is this party was doing, that's well, and the gains are there, we need to continue it. We don't want it to go back. I heard the Prime Minister also talk about 130% GDP, gross domestic product. He explained it to this effect. If we were to pay off all the debt, 100% of the debt, we would still owe 30% of the debt. If we were to use up all of the money, all of the productivity of everybody and pay it off. Now he says if we were to pay off all of the debt, we would still have 30% in our pockets. That's a good thing. Okay. So apparently when they took over, it was 130. I think that's what he said. Gross domestic per GDP was talking about. So if they paid off all the debt, we would still owe 30%. But now, if we pay off all the debt, we have 30% in our pocket, which is a good thing because they have now. That is why they're able to fix roads, fix schools, build hospital. We came through Spanish Town yesterday. The Spanish Town hospital is getting a look like a missing crane up in the sky, guys. So it look like the Spanish Town hospital guy get a brand new wing, guys. Right?
We're getting a new police station.
And we're getting a brand new police station on the bypass. Because the government have the fiscal space, or because they have money in their bank account.
They physically fit.
Yes.
To spend some money.
Right. Guys, imagine you with somebody. You're with a man and him not have money. Everything you want. We can get some ice cream. Boy, we can buy it next week.
Or you have to buy one and share.
Or you have to go buy one and share. What's up with that? No, cut it. No. That ain't gonna cut it.
Or say one school, not two.
School. Yeah, we can buy one school. So, no. Yeah, as I said, you want to have the fiscal space, right? Well, for some, JP government seem to have managed the economy well, why they have some fiscal space, and then can now do some things that weren't being done before, like the whole heap of potholes. So road are fixed everywhere. We came down on Spanish Town Road, man, them are resurfaced that. Why don't want to do them things over me in my bed, man? Why you choose to do that on a Saturday evening? Come on, guys. I must work night shift. I'm gone on my bed that I'm waiting for pave the road. Right?
Oh wait, we have money to fix the road, but we don't have overtime money.
You don't have overtime money. I look something through.
We do have that.
Yeah.
No one triple pay. Night, Sunday, weekend night.
But the roads are being repaired. So the election is the 3rd of September. I would say to the government, continue your work up until the very last minute. They have dissolved parliament now. Nomination day is tomorrow, I think. But continue the work. Projects that were already in play, continue the work right up to the time. Continue the work, right? And don't forget your constituents. Go out there, talk to them, let them know what it is that you are going to be doing and what you have done. And also, don't forget the logistics on the day. That is what is going to win the election. The logistics on the day, guys.
Call the election in September. I hope it don't rain.
Yeah.
Vote go rain.
And if it, listen to me, you better have contingency if you move mass time from here so to over there, sir. You better bring out all the big dogs. Everybody who have the better logistics.
Remember back in the day, they said they used to bring masks out and brave to come forward. Way back.
Remember you have international people on the channel. You want to tell them that?
But that was way back in the day. And some of them now.
Yeah.
But they're more digital and
stuff. now. But I have a peeve with the digital. Sorry, I keep moving this thing because I think it's always dark.
I'm called dark because I want a dark t-shirt.
I'm saying though, guys, with election, I was spending some time on this. We need to move on to any questions out there.
Yeah, questions.
All right. So one of the things I would say to the government though is consider this. If I could go and vote with my ID, I would go out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine why I need the extra step to go enumerate. I don't know. If I'm 18, I'm already registered on the tax registration system. I'm a TRA. I'm the ID, I have a passport, I have a driver's license. Everybody's name over 18 should be on the voters list in the area where they live.
I know, I think because the vote is so cumbersome, why we're not getting the younger generation.
Yes, to really come
because
out.
they're so used to things happening so fast.
Yeah.
TikTok being on that minute and everything is a click on their phone. If they could have voted from their phone,
they probably would. I don't know why you want us to come and go stand up in front of people and go register and get enumerated. And one time we used to come at your house, them not come again. Or did they come out with me step? Probably come out with me step. But guys, the government, whomever formed the government, you should consider though that we just vote with our IDs. Everybody over 18 is on the list. You know where we live because you had to register us on the TRN system. And we vote in the area that we were registered on the system, on the TRN
I think this is
system.
like a system where you can vote where you are. So like how they come and the census and they come to you and you just put your fingerprint on it, but it's reading your fingerprint from the system and then you vote.
And then you vote.
So it's reading you by your specific fingerprint on the system and then making you vote and just move along.
Move it along. I don't know, guys.
Instead of this
manual thing, yeah. And so, come on, the 21st century. So the good thing now is that those of you who have cars here, you can also what I'm calling that paper, I don't know, the sticker, that registration that you put on your car, you no longer have that. Thank you, Jesus. So you can now just go online and renew your car registration. Is there a particular site, Tony? Tony did it already. What a gone? Tax Admin Jamaica.
I think it's called JamaicaTax.gov.jm. I was part of the test pilot program. I'm not sure exactly because I got a special link. So maybe it's on the website by now.
It should be on the website. It should be on the website, but if you need to, it should be on the website.
Yeah, I want to look.
Property tax.
Yeah, it's there. See, Electronic Motor Vehicle Registration Certificate Hub. Yeah.
You can share it and show them. What did I say I was going to share again? Spoke about it earlier.
Some article about
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. But let me tell the questions first. Now I'm getting cool. Man, 22 to 24, you don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so we had a question. Oh yeah, Divinity says, good day, ladies. When you get comprehensive coverage, does that mean anything? Even a scratch, they fix it? Can you recommend a good female doctor?
Depends. In what field, though? You're talking about as a general practitioner?
Just a female doctor, say what's for female parts.
Well, Tony, you can recommend your doctor.
But Divinity clarify though. If it's for female parts, the female doctor.
You want her to clarify?
Yeah.
Okay. Comprehensive coverage. It have limitations though. You have to read the specific insurance.
Do they cover scratches?
Scratches? Yeah. So if you go to your doctor, so suppose something like a rash come out on you. You go to your GP. So whatever your insurance, suppose your GP charges 3,000 and the insurance will pay 1,800. And you pay the difference. And then they write a prescription. And then you go and they will take, you pay, I think it's 10 or 20%. There's usually you pay a part of a prescription. Isn't that so? It's not covered fully.
Yeah, like mine is 60/40.
60/40, right. The only one I've seen covered fully is the government of Jamaica. So if you're a Jamaican citizen living in Jamaica, there is what's it called? What's our card?
And I don't know.
What's our card called? Where's my purse? It's called It's called
acronyms are so complex.
It's called oh my God. Give me 1 second, guys.
Something. National Health Fund, NHF.
NHF. Yes. National Health Fund. That's the only. And again, why may I tell you, labor rights? Are labor rights bringing this?
So it's two different questions. Sorry, it's motor vehicle insurance, and then it's for lady parts.
Lady parts.
Like two different things.
All right, so I have mine here. Is it? National Health Fund. That's what it's called. National Health Fund. So it's swipe. So when I go to the hospital, when I go to get my drugs, the National Health Fund will cover the cost, right?
Mhm.
So they don't cover some of the drugs, they don't cover it fully, but they do cover a lot. So like there's a drug that Tony takes for her graves.
It's covered fully.
It's covered fully. And it's a pretty expensive drug too. Isn't it? How much are the drugs normally?
Well, on the receipt it only says $4,000 paid
Per
by
what?
the government.
Per what? Per month? Per month? You take it once a month, so they're paying $4,000 per month.
Yeah, I take it 3 times a day, and they're paying $4,000. So,
No,
but it's at zero cost to me.
it's zero cost to you. So, is there another drug on it that they pay for fully?
No, just that one.
Or for you, but maybe they pay for other drugs.
They pay for a whole list. Like if you go on the website, there's a whole thing of drugs that they pay for.
Let me see the list again. National Health Fund. I had to go on it because I had to go look for my other drugs.
But it's not that part we need. It's the part about the.
See, their illness is covered. It's there.
Where you saw it?
Go down. Go back. Go scroll down. See, their illness is covered. And they're adding new things all the time. So if you are living in Jamaica, you have one of those illnesses, boy, I'm tell you, all of we get one of them something eventually. Anything where I come away, I get one of them. So the doctor will give you will write it up, and you go, and it is so easy to get the card. No complications. The first card never gets a simple from a government, 20.
No, but your doctor signed it up, so.
Yeah, but as I went there, and within 5 minutes I had the card in my hand. That's what I'm saying. When I went to New Kingston, I thought I had to go slow and wait. I didn't have to wait. I mean, I'll go with one book, God said government made a bring a book.
They have the NHF complete drug list subsidiary. So these are all the drugs that they cover.
Let me see it. So go to the website. It's called nhf.org. So if you have parents here who have any of these illnesses and you have to be buying these drugs every month, they go to the doctor. Maybe it's because you have not heard about this card. There, I have my name on it, everything. I have my female date of birth, my card number. Them can't swipe me, Tony. All right, so
it's a whole 108 pages of
label.
Basically, like
so for arthritis,
these are all the drugs.
These are all the drugs that cover. And so them tell you the subsidy. So they give $31 per tablet for aceclofenac. So if it's $100 for each tablet, the government pays $31. The injection subsidy is high, $75,000 if you have to get one of those injections, right? So that's arthritis. Let's look at another one. Oh, a lot of drugs are arthritis that they cover. So yours must be on it. All ibuprofen them cover. Oh my God. Cover ibuprofen, $3 for one. Methotrexate, that's the one I use, and them cover how much? $16, but it's not an expensive drugs. Pretty cheap. Prednisone too. I used to take prednisone. It made me blow up like how I don't know what. The thing is a steroid. I have to come off
just
it.
reached number 2, asthma.
Asthma. It covers a wide. Scroll a little faster, Tony. Covers a wide, just about any illness, any one of these breast cancer adjunct, breast cancer diagnostic procedure, diabetes, just like the. So it covers you. Let me see Graves. Graves have a different name?
I don't think Graves is here.
Why it wouldn't be there? I'll put by this card because I can't afford to lose it. So when I go to the pharmacy to buy the drugs, I just give them the card as well as my health card, right? Thank you, Government of Jamaica, for the National Health Fund. I don't know which government started, but please make sure it's one of the things that stays with us. National Health Fund, we all rely on it. It's a beautiful program. Dr. Tufton is a Minister of Health, and he does a very good job of this ministry.
Sideways, no? I don't know why it's sideways.
Refresh, maybe just sideways. All right, so you can jump out of that. Let me set the question, but go to the website, guys, and you'll know if it's covered. Those of you with parents here, auntie, cousin, uncle who are responsible for, or who you know have one of these illnesses that they really have to be taking these tablets every. Like mine is one of the autoimmune, which is rheumatoid. Graves is also autoimmune. So apparently we have autoimmune problem in our family.
Okay. So the motor vehicle car insurance.
Motor vehicle car insurance, you can give her or a person. Comprehensive means up to a point though. So if I look on my insurance, I think it's a 5 million maximum for majors. If I am in a major accident, 5 million. Anything else, I have to go take it out of my pocket. And I think it's at 80%. So the first 20% of damage I have to pay, which is why it's not every car leak you go report. You understand? Because let's say you drive a Benz. Your Benz value $10 million. And you get into an accident. And the bill to replace the parts or whatever is $2 million. If you have a 80-20 copay, you are paying 20%. You're going to have to pick out $2 million out of your pocket before the insurance company cover anything. So in that case like that, it don't even make sense to claim insurance. Because you have to find the 2 million first. Right? So you do still have to pay a part of the insurance. There's no insurance that covers everything fully. None that I know of. All right. But you want to be comprehensive insured in this country. So for those of you who have cars here or you bought cars for persons, you want to be fully insured. Those of you who bought cars for people to drive taxis and so on, make sure they have the proper license and the proper insurance. And there is taxi insurance. So let the people go get it, pay for it. That way you're covered. So Tony just put in...
NHF started November 2003.
Really? Who was in power? Courtney, you tell me. Show us our comrades, our labor rights. Who was in power? Who started? All right, so Tony said Michelle Bailey is the good for the gynae. She gave me the number. What's the number?
876-978-4596.
Where you said that? You mean 4596? That's what you said?
4596.
Dr. Michelle Bailey, best in gynae, right? And she does obstetrician, gynecology. Our next one is like a guru in these things. I would say the best in Jamaica. So even if you're overseas, you probably won't come. And I'm sure it's cheaper than in your country. It's gonna be cheaper flying here, pay Miss Davis for your Airbnb, go see Dr. Bailey, get your problems solved. She was a problem who solved Tony's problems.
She actually figured out what was wrong with me outside of what actually came for her to do.
Yeah. And you want a doctor who can diagnose. Is it diagnosis the thing? Some of these doctors just love by write prescription and this and that, and them don't know what's wrong with you. Them not figure it out.
Courtney says PJ Patterson was in power.
Thank you, Mr. PJ Patterson. Right, Honorable PJ Patterson. Thank you so much. So that's a typical case now of one government starting something and the other one continue with it. Well done, well done.
Laura says the whole Jamaica looking good on the GMP third term landing.
Third term landing. I come with it now. Third term landing.
Oh my God. Funny.
That's so funny. Well, I think PNP did have 3 terms when they said 18 years. That would have been 3 terms. Or was it 4?
How much is that term? How many years is that term?
Usually 5 years.
Oh.
So they had 4th term landing. These buses are called Greyhound here in the USA.
Yeah, when we used to have the one with the dog on it when I was in school.
Oh.
I guess it was probably some old Greyhounds
that came.
Yeah.
They have to change the doors and repair all the seats on the buses. Not to mention air pollution. I think they pay over $1 billion for the buses. could have probably used that money to buy new buses. Probably, but we wouldn't pick up so many kids. You see, remember, we're still third world, we're still figuring it out. You're trying to cover as much children as you can, really. And besides, I still drive a used car. I mean, maybe this must be my 11th car, and I still don't buy new. You understand? So remember, it is for the greater good. So maybe we could have used $1 billion and buy 100 buses, or we use $1 billion and we buy 1,000 buses. We would have covered more persons, we would have learned about buses, we would have get some more money, and then we can change them out over time. Right?
I remember they just bought new buses.
Yeah, we just bought new buses for the regular route. But I think the regular route, I don't know, some reason I think the regular route bus is not efficient. I see them empty all the time in the middle of the day, and I'm wondering why they run up and down in the middle of the day empty.
Crazy. Like in the middle of the day, they're running empty, and then at 4 to 6 when you need them, you can barely get one.
Yeah, because them full and them gone.
Yeah,
don't make sense to me. I see buses come from when we were in Portmore. They drive from Portmore full and reach downtown. They get turned around back empty and gone at Portmore. That don't make no sense to me, guys. I would think the bus is downtown. I should now take a route, maybe going to Crossroads. Here, some people go Crossroads or halfway through or something, right? Because the peak of the people pulling out at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. The big buses should carry peak. That's what I think. I'm not a transportation specialist or anything, but just from observation, I remember driving down Old Road, and we said the bus pick up one passenger from Ligani to Crossroads, and we said, oh, is this bus running? My taxpayers' money, me just a ball out, my taxpayers' money a burn up, and the bus have the AC on. Me a ball turn on my AC, and the bus have the AC on. Totally.
The bus is solar.
The bus, no, these new ones are solar.
Yeah.
The new ones are solar. So Tony, we need to get solar. No, that's how we need to spend the money for.
Peter says, persons should go out and vote for the party with the best interest for Jamaica and Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying my great-great-great-grandparent is a PNP or a JLP, they need to come out of that mindset.
Boy, it's tough, You know.
It's like church.
Yeah.
I mean, you end up being Jehovah's Witness or Seventh-day Adventist because your great-great-great-grandmother was that.
You grew up in it.
And even when the church bad for you,
Yeah.
or you don't really believe it,
you still go to church. You grew up in it. And it's like even me. I went to Woolmers, and I'm like, the kids have to go to Woolmers. And you know what I'm saying? My grandkids have to go to Woolmers. I don't care. I have to get them in there.
Woolmers.
Yeah. So
and the thing, like, some people actually live in a zone that's PNP or JLP. You can't go vote nothing else.
No, but not that they can't go vote anything else, but everything that they know. So like my mother was labor rights. She took me to these meetings. I was one of those kids last night.
Yeah.
In the crowd.
That's all you're going to grow up and know.
Yeah, that's all you grow up and you know. And the truth is, between both parties, they have done well for this country. I can point at many things that the PNP have done for this country, and I can point at many things that the JLP party, they have both done for this country. In both parties from Bustamante and Norman Manley days, who were cousins, for that matter, both parties have done well. Under the Manley government, they gave us free education. And that free education enabled Black children like myself to be able to come up and read and write, go to university, gain some professional skill, which moved us to a next level. Then we go through the Siaga era where he brought in quite a number of institutions that we needed, like the Jam Pro, the Heart, and so on. He brought in quite a number of those institutions. Under Michael Mallet, he brought in the NHT.
Siaga did the infrastructure to the gullies.
No, that was a Siaga. That was Gully government was Bustamante government.
Oh, Buster.
Yes, my father gave me that story how they used to call Bustamante government Gully government. Just because them spend them all time in a power bill gully. And that was because we were flooding out in St. Andrew, so they had to build a gully network with the stonework. Every single party that has been in power, the good thing about this country, why we're able to move forward more than a lot of Caribbean countries and other countries, is because we have had good prime ministers at the helm and good ministers, good leadership, good leaders, good followers in the MPs and so on. We have had that. And this is why we're able to stand tall in the on the international stage, because of our education, our music, our culture, just about our food, just about everything. Jamaican, for this little country of 3 million people, I would not even multiply that fast. We're not even, from here, I go to school, we say 2.5, and you only reach 3 million. Really, Tony?
Yeah, but to be fair, one of the reasons for Jamaica's outreach or reach is because we have Jamaicans all
over the world. Yes.
Jamaica, talking about
Jamaica. And why we have them all over the world? Again, because we train them. A lot of them were trained here and migrated, right? And they got the teachings here. They got the teachings of discipline, manners, and all of those things. So the truth is, both governments, whether it be PNP, whether it be labor rights, our comrades, they have done well in the stewardship that they have. I do have a little challenge when PNP was in power with the whole FinSat debacle and everything. Those of you who understood it will know where I'm coming from. But then JLP came, took their helm, had the debt swaps, let us back on track. Then PNP win again, and then JLP win again and take it back. Oh my God. But we have had, what I don't like is when a party comes into power, they want to change and do everything different. Man, I tell you, just continue the trajectory, people, and add a new trajectory. So if you come and you see your mother build a foundation, right? And my mama come put a foundation, you see, steal them some up in the air, every day now walk past it. Why you leave that and go try build a next foundation over there? So? Continue build for more foundation. Continue building for more foundation till the house done, and then you're going to build a next foundation over this. I find that our government tends to be like that, which is why we have so many stadiums in a turn goat pen. Because these stadiums, we get the stadium, then we don't use them because, that the party did put it up.
But I don't get, there's nothing in our charter that says they need to continue. They can just go in willy-nilly and change.
You know what I mean? So, okay, let's get to the article. Ball it out in our car. Comrades, if you want to win, make sure I do this project, please.
Where is it? Did you send that to me?
Housing development coming for Innsbruck St. Catherine. This is the Prime Minister speaking about this at the opening.
He didn't send that to me.
No, I didn't. You can Google it. So,
Try to find it.
The Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, has announced major plans for the development of Innsbruck in St. Catherine. By the way, this is where we're doing the Parliament of Pines development.
What's the article called?
It's called Housing Development Coming for Innsbruck St. Catherine. Speaking at the Housing Agency of Jamaica, certificates of title handover ceremony in Nasberry Villa, St. Catherine, which is up the road from us, everybody. Recently, Dr. Holness said the area's location and potential make it very good development. Do they hear that, doubting Thomas? Prime Minister will come tell us it's good for housing. We're going to first look at the drainage for the area. Remember, I was talking about this last week. They're going to look at the drainage for the area, see how the water flows and where we can best channel it, the safest way to protect the land. Then we're going to study the traffic flows and figure out how we're going to build the transportation corridors that don't create congestion. The Prime Minister noted that the Greater Innsbruck development will stretch from up here in the hills. You know what I'm called up here in the hills? All the way up Kidston Town. Up here in the hills. Don't find it yet. will stretch from up here in the hills, going all the way down to the plains to Innswood, back down to Old Harbour Road, guys. I understand Old Harbour Road is going to be a dual carriageway too now. That's what I hear. I haven't researched it yet, but that's the rumor on the street. You know, say if it not, go say it near, so right? That road needs to be a dual carriageway, though. It does need to be. Everybody backing up at the road, and that roundabout need to go, guys. Come on, we don't need no roundabout there, so we need just a proper four-way system and we'll move it along. So, the Prime Minister noted that the Greater Innswood development will stretch from up here in the hills, going all the way down to the plains to Innswood, back down to Old Harbour Road. So I tell you, St. John's Road, I get some serious love, Tony. Tony, I hope you have a ticket tonight. You don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. Ticket. Critical infrastructure needs will also be addressed, including roads, drainage, water supply, electricity, and social spaces. The Prime Minister also mentioned that the master plan will prioritize green spaces, entertainment, and commercial areas.
Out there need like a Devon house.
Yes. I need a KFC. Come to the KFC, forget about that.
I don't have KFC.
So too far, Tony. Maybe we'll jump in a taxi if we go get a KFC. We just want to walk down the road. Come on. So the planning process will be guided by a joint committee comprising the National Housing Trust, the HAJ, National Water Commission, the National Works Agency, and the National Environmental and Planning Agency, NEPA. Dr. Holness explained that after the master plan is completed, most of the infrastructure costs will be covered by the government, and not the government, it will be covered by taxpayers' money. He, however, informed that developers interested in constructing houses in the area will be required to pay an impact fee. Here it goes, Tony. To subsidize the cost of the infrastructure, which is going to be paid from public funds. Yes. Dr. Holness assured residents that their community will be an integral part of the master plan, benefiting from improved roads, reliable utilities, and designated lands for social amenities. So those of you who come to me at Palmetto Pines, oh, Miss D, morning and girl, they better get up tomorrow morning and go get to the money and come. Because when you make me put that picture up where we started, Tony will show you a video where we kind of started the guardhouse. Tell you if you make me finish your guardhouse then. And if you make me finish your drinks and the roads, I'm going to push out. I'm going to show my face by St. John's Road. Somehow for somehow, it came over. The Prime Minister said, I'm giving you $5 million to buy land. And you're wondering if you must go buy land now. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? If you don't have a piece of land, you don't have no independence, people. Oh, you're born out and celebrate independence. Oh, emancipate myself. Slaves never owned no land. Did they? No. Remember who did own land, people. So you want to get in that category. So you have to step out. Step out. Own the little piece of land where you live. Richest man in Babylon articulates it very well. Right? If for those of you who don't read that book yet, go and go read it. Richest Man in Babylon, George Clayton. Cheryl says, you are right, what?
No, Cheryl, teacher is saying, Cheryl, you're right. They just want to hear JLPRP and be putting on an event and then gone to jail.
Yeah, man, nothing wrong with that. Did you know that Jamaica is the entertainment capital of the world, people? Apparently, never know.
Really, Mom, the entertainment capital of the world.
Every corner, something like one. One of them. Anywhere I am in Jamaica, I can just step out of my yard, walk up. I mean, at Kingston and all, and they love keep sound system over this. I don't know how much trouble and that. But let me tell them, I can't stay at my house and party. I don't even forgot the song.
You can stay in your house and go to church too.
Hey, today I was showing a property. As we step through the door, oh my God, well, loudspeakers are on, and yes, I can stay in my house and go to church too as well. So I can just lie down in my bed, listen to the music, one jump sometime, I get up to depend upon what them are playing. Although the selector them love to about all and pull up, can't stand it.
They still do that?
Yeah, that nonsense. I don't even bring a party where them selector in a talk. And I tell you guys, Jamaica is entertainment capital of the world.
No, it's not.
We had, me call it that. We had a young man stay with us. He was from the armed forces, from one of those small islands. He came to do an operation on his leg in Jamaica. And do you know we have top surgeons in Jamaica? We do. We actually have an entire hospital dedicated to bone. Sir John Golding Hospital. That hospital is actually named after Mark Golding's father, who was a bone surgeon. See, he might come from bright stock, yes. So he came to do an operation on his knee, on his leg, had pins in it and everything. One day I'm gonna check him. I said, what going? Miss Davis, did you know that there what you tell me was a 200 party keep every night in Jamaica? I said, oh, you know that? Well, of course, he was bored. So he listened to every ad, every this, every that, and he write them down. He said, Miss Davis, why not? With a low party. I said, yes, what you mean, why not? But the truth is, in Jamaica, we have everything to party for. We don't need to work as hard to survive here, right? We don't need to be running off our feet for anything. We don't. We live a very relaxed lifestyle, which is why Saturdays and Sundays, we can actually take the time off and watch TV. We can, simply because we can. So we're not, and when 5 o'clock come, we finish the work, and we got jam, we cook with dinner, we got chat to a friend up on the veranda, we got play 2 football, play some domino. We do all these things because we can. We don't have to worry about it, right? And it's easy to live here. You have a question?
Yeah.
Look like NHF started on a PNP, yes. And the JLP followed through. Very good, very well done.
Kick Rocks has some. Oh, so Al Marie says hi.
Hi, Al Marie.
And Kick Rock says, when all fails, vote black.
What is that?
Hear you vote a little finsack. When it doesn't affect you, it's little.
Yes, a little finsack, man. It was a big thing back in the day.
PNP wants to change everything now. They will crush your real estate market and
finsack us all again. So why? Yeah. Why the finsack?
Finsack is a verb. Finsack you.
Yeah, the finsack something let me say still. It was in the 90s and it was no joke. It affected my company that I was with. They had to make all of us redundant. And a liquor company from Barbados at the time, Sagicor, I swear, bought us out at LOJ, and now Sagicor is a giant here. And every time I think about it, I think to myself, how did that happen? How did that happen? Right?
The Jamaican business owners were sleeping.
Not sleeping. The government of the day raised the interest rates. Just imagine moving, which is why, interest rate. If you're paying an interest rate now of 8%, just imagine it tomorrow morning, you get up and you're saying gone to 30, 40%. How do you pay your mortgage? You can't.
It's true.
Which is how the person's got finsacked.
When our mortgage went up to I felt it.
You feel it?
I felt it.
No. What happened is people don't understand it. The poor don't feel these things because the poor not paying loans. The rich don't feel it either because them have the fiscal space to take the liquid that. It is the middle class who will suffer, which is why Tony always hear me say, listen, you have to save. And I say to my mentees, I say, guys, you have to save one of your real estate with no loan. You have to save some, right? So your money, you reach this far in it, we're going to cancel a loan. We're not getting into no more loan than that. Hold on to the title, you're saving it.
Yeah, that's why you always say when people pay off the mortgage, you're like, can I borrow again?
No. Been through
borrow again, I get finsack.
And they get finsack. Government change, you get finsack. I'm telling you guys. So if you don't pay off your house, and you really want some reserve, so if it look like I'll get finsack, cancel a loan fast. And you have to do it before the interest rate go up. And before them cancel you, right? In business, people are always taking these bag of loans for business. I don't. If I can't do the business out of my pocket, I'm not doing it, right? And your business are the first one that will suffer when them actually raise the interest rates on you. Mm-hmm. You understand? You're like in a spinning hamster wheel and you can't get out.
True.
No. What I do say, those of you with multiple properties, if you realize you'll get knocked with interest rate, I'd sell one of the property and save the others. You must have one you can sacrifice fast. understand, and save the others. All right.
So do you sell the one with the biggest cash return, or do you...
No, you save the one with the biggest cash return, cash flow. Try and save the one with the cash flow. Okay. So the first thing you usually sell is all of the land, then when not bring the money. That's when you sell, even if it's prime. So if you own one piece of prime land and you own some more real estate where cash flow, you have to sell the prime land. Okay. And keep the cash flow property, right? Because that's the only way you're gonna survive it. So Kirk says he was affected. Wow. So you were affected. Yeah. So that's what happened. They raised the interest rate, guys. Then people were spinning on them tail now who had properties, who had business that couldn't pay the high interest rates. And why did they raise the interest rates? Simply because somebody said, stop borrowing from the IMF and let us borrow from ourselves. Borrowing from ourselves, I will still do it to this day. Borrowing from ourselves means we float bonds and treasury bills to the local market and they buy it. So when you buy a bond or a treasury bill, you're giving a loan to the government. And the government now says, okay, I'm going to pay you 30 and 60% on this money. But to pay you 30 and 60%, who for money I use pay you? Taxpayers' money.
Oh, business.
Right? So they're going to pay your taxpayers' money. So they're using taxpayers' money. So in using taxpayers' money, so if them collect $100 taxpayers' money, maybe $90 gone in an interest payment for bonds and treasury bills and whatever. So they can't fix a pothole. They can't build an hospital. That's what the government talking about with fiscal space. Those persons now who the interest rates fly up on, and usually it's BOJ them use this. So they make BOJ raise up the interest rates and all of the banks follow raise up the interest rates and them just cancel some people out of the market. Right? So go back to the comment section. Let me see. They cancel somebody.
Jamaica Beauty says gated communities legislation coming, says RAJ head miss. What's your take on this Jamaica Observer article?
Let me see. No, somebody scroll up. Scroll up. Give me some. Future was saying something. Go back about future. Let me see.
The future there?
I see. Back about. Sorry. Okay. Person should go out and vote for the party. Okay, yeah. We'll talk about that. Oh, Jamaican Beauty 74. All right, let's go to the article. Long-awaited legislation for gated communities is coming soon.
Hold on, let me share this way first.
I don't know.
But I think it wasn't going to be enough.
All right, we'll get into the article, guys. Pay those maintenance fees, and this is coming up just because of maintenance fees. That's what I don't like. So Charmaine Clark, this came out August 17th today, actually.
Those. This is always my pet peeve with the Observer.
So maybe we should just go in and start back. Let me see if I have it on my. Have it on where am I?
All right, here it is.
So long-awaited legislation for gated communities is coming soon, and it will address challenges such as some residents' reluctance to pay maintenance fee, according to the president of the Realtors Association of Jamaica, Gabriel Gilpin Hudson. Hi, Gabriel. Gabriel and I were on a program with Leon Jackson Miller. All right, Gabriel is also a realtor, right? So she's president of the real estate board. Realtors Association. Sorry, Realtors Association of Jamaica. That's who's doing the article?
No, she was, I guess, interviewed.
Let me see.
Charmaine is the one who wrote the article. Charmaine Clark.
Scroll up. Okay. This has been going on from at least 2018, but from my knowledge and where I sit, the work has been done. There's a full bill. The comments from the different agencies have been addressed. And it is now with the higher up people who need to make it happen. Us on the ground have done our work. Gilpin Hudson said during a recent RAJ session on legislative reform in real estate. She said the legislation is called the Shared Community Bill. According to Gilpin Hudson, over the last 5 years since she has been on RAJ board, they have offered press for movement on the issue with leaders of both major political parties. Both. We have met with the Prime Minister almost every year, as well as the leader of the opposition, to remind them about this, and we're still here. This is why we decided to form a lobby and advocacy committee of the RAJ to just be a little bit more vocal on some of these issues, she said. In explaining the importance of the bill, she referenced current legislation that applies to strata developments. With the strata legislation, strata is the apartments, everybody. You have to go to court if somebody's not paying Tony, I'm not seeing the screen. If somebody's not paying their maintenance, you go to the Commission of Strata Corporations, you report them, you can apply for a certificate of power of sale and put up your unit for sale for the unpaid maintenance. Until we have something serious like that for the gated communities, people are going to continue to not take their maintenance seriously. But guess what? It's coming. Without a legal leg to stand on, established associations within gated communities have over the years tried a combination of measures to collect the fees needed to cover the cost of shared amenities, such as security and lawn care. Steps have included deactivating access cards of those who are delinquent for a set number of months, forcing them to join a queue at the visitor's entrance, and or suffer the inconvenience of having to open the gate themselves. There have been tense exchanges at some entrances as a result. As a matter of fact, I think even somebody got shot in one of the instances, yeah?
Wow, serious.
But that is only one of the issues the legislation is expected to fix. It's going to allow persons to be more effectively enforce the rules that they agree to govern their communities. Simple things like how you divide up the maintenance payments, how you account for the money, how you elect people to your board. All of that is going to be addressed in that legislation. She said the bill, which is at an advanced stage in drafting process, will impact a large number of communities. It will address every type of shared community. It doesn't need to have a gate. Once it is a subdivision that has a shared green space or a shared gate or a shared pool, once you're sharing things in a subdivision, this legislation may capture you. Then once you're captured, that's where it's going to be regulated. The expectation is that regulation will mitigate issues now being faced because of the lack of structure and accountability in some shared communities. There are a lot of persons who collect maintenance fees and don't account for it. So that is also why the strata legislation, which is similar, requires you to be doing audited accounts and annual returns so that they can know what's going on. Millions of dollars flow through some of these developments in maintenance fees. And who is managing that money and making sure it is being managed effectively? So that's why you have to have a little bit of regulatory oversight. A regulator that somebody can go to and say, they're doing it wrong, please help. She said the RAJ were pressing for the shared community bill to be passed into law. What was the question? Whoa, wait, don't finish. As far back as 2017, it was announced that guidelines were coming, and Real Estate Board Commission of Strata Corporations would have oversight for these type of communities. Speaking during a GIS think tank, then CEO at REB, Sandra Wilson-Garrett, said the anticipated legislation would address issues such as the existing need for court action against non-compliant residents, instead of more easily applied and less costly sanctions. The next update came at a handover ceremony for NHT's Industry Growth Banner in Hanover on August 12, 2022, when Prime Minister Andrew Holness indicated that the Gated Communities Act will be brought to Cabinet for deliberations. Last August, REB Senior Legal Officer O'Shane Vasiana told the Sunday Observer that the work continues on what was then being referred to as the Registration Shared Communities legislation. A comprehensive draft of bill has been prepared. Consultations with agencies and departments of government, including the Attorney General's chambers, have also concluded. We anticipate preparation of a cabinet submission in virtual order, he said in a written response. The objective of the RSC legislation is to establish a framework to govern the establishment of all communities with shared properties. The RSC legislation will provide a regulatory framework to properly and effectively monitor and regulate shared communities. According to Gilpin Hudson, who is also an attorney, once in effect, the legislation is not expected to disturb existing arrangements in line with the parameters it is trying to establish. One example would be a townhouse development in which homeowners have been added as shareholders and directors. See that? That is to take note. So one example would be Go back down. According to Gilpin, who is also an attorney, once in effect, the legislation is not expected to disturb existing arrangements in line with the parameters it is trying to establish. One example would be townhouses developments in which homeowners have been added as shareholders and directors. So this legislation is not expected to disturb that. So if you're in a gated community and you're a shareholder or and a director and both either or, this legislation is not expected to disturb that arrangement. The bill won't undo these things, but it will kind of bolster them, especially those developments which fall under that until then be further developed. They may have to do some filings and register, but for the most part, these developments are at an advantage because they're already being operated as though they're governed by something, because the developer and the attorney had the foresight to create a company to do this. Scroll. Share short fellow realtors. However, through the shared communities bill is highly anticipated. There are questions about how effective will it be. These come against the backdrop of increased frequent use of the existing registration strata titles act, which provides redress for a wide swathe of problems. You can go to the Commission of Strata Corporations to fight it out, reminded Gilpin Hudson. If you have an issue about somebody illegally operating an Airbnb in their place against the rules, you can report them and they can order them to stop. They can do a lot of things. They have a lot of power under legislation. So stratas are great because they have built-in protection and enforcement. But a lot of stratas don't even know so they're having their AGMs to put these rules in place to hold owners accountable. Same thing goes for persons building things on common property. That's not yours, that's against the rule. What is needed, she argues, is increased awareness of the rights and obligations of the very good Registration Strata Titles Act. Impending shared community bill is anticipated to have elements that are similar to those rules. That's it. What was the question now?
But one of the reasons why it's not enforceable is because the same people who own the properties managing it, you gonna punish yourself? No.
So let me answer the question that was asked of me. Back to the meeting. It was a far question.
Yeah, they just buck it up.
Comprehensive coverage, it was before that.
See there?
So who asked me? Jamaica Beauty. Gated communities legislation coming soon, says RJ Head Miss. What's your take on this Jamaica Observer article? All right. Personally, I don't like systems that pit one person against the other, one group against the other group, which is like politics, right? They're pitting against each other. Instead of working together, they pit against each other. It's always the HOA against the citizens, right? No. Personally, for me, I like the idea of the gated community and the sense of whether false or true security that it's supposed to give. I like the fact that you should know your neighbors and you can interact with your neighbors. Now, if I'm the president and you live beside me, you're my friend, you're my neighbor, and you're not paying your maintenance fee, I am the one who have to instigate and take you to court to get you to pay this maintenance fee. And I assure you, after that, we probably won't be friends. Am I correct, Tony? Correct. Won't be friends. That system is a little worrisome for me. Now, as you know, I am the head of two companies we're development companies. One is EcoStead, the first one started First development is in Portland. One is Riverstead. First development is in St. Anne. I'm saying, and this is only my view, I would prefer to live in a community where homeowners are not asked to pay a maintenance fee, because it does not work. First of all, the fees that we charge are too low to cover what we need to cover. The security, the maintenance of the parks, if you have equipment, if you have green spaces, swimming pool, all of that. The money that you're supposed to charge somebody to cover these things is just not adequate, guys. It's not adequate. You're constantly fighting an homeowners association that want to raise the fee. Mark you, they may really need to raise the fee, because based on where they sit and the budget and what needs to be paid for, all of us over here have to pay the increased fee. But I can guarantee you, half of the people don't want to pay the maintenance raise fee. One, because probably they really can't afford it. Two, they're not seeing their money's worth. And three, some persons just don't like paying the fees. Yes or no? Yeah. What other reasons why they wouldn't pay the fee? They can't afford it. They don't see the value. Or they really just refuse, don't want to pay it. They're not used to paying those.
I always wonder why buying a gated community then.
So, because you can't fly under the radar. So therefore,
Fly under the radar.
meaning you don't have to pay it until you sell it, really. So you fly under the radar. Because
sign on the radio when the company
because
name on the board.
Yeah, but no,
you to open
the
the
gate. But listen, half of us don't know. If you live in a community with 1,000 people, you don't know who quarreling at the gate. If it's only the security and who is there at the time.
True.
The rest of us don't really know, and we don't care either, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, with that system, you're always fighting with your friends, your neighbor, people who, if I have a lizard in my house, I forgot to call my neighbor, come help me take out the lizard. If I drop down in my house, I forgot shout out to my neighbor who live just right beside me. The truth is, the system does not make for good neighborly relations. It doesn't. I want to live in a Jamaica, in a community without strife and war. When I come out of the community, I have enough war to face with other people. I want to be in a community with my friends, with my family, with my neighbors, who we can sit up on the veranda, we play some domino, we can sip some lemonade, drink some wine. Them cook oxtail, them say, Claudia, come over eat some oxtail. That's what we want. You understand? Them can feel free, park up on my driveway, if them do something for them house, Claudia, my apartment can over your driveway, find a problem, park on my driveway, without me a war and a fight and a fuss with them. I don't want to live in those neighborhoods. I don't. So, quite frankly, and I've said this in meetings too with Riverstead and Ecostead, that we need to find a way. This is our community, so we are in charge now. We now wait for the government to tell us what to do. We're in charge. We need to find a way to maintain our community without charging homeowners fees that are peppercorn fees. The fight is not worth the peppercorn fee. Why am I going to fight with the neighbor over $5,000 and $10,000 a month? For what? Just don't make sense to me. So I am always the person who, when everybody going right, I'm going left. When everybody's doing everything and it not working, this girl not going to do it. If I look on a thing and I say, but this not work, I'm not going to it, I'm going to find another way out. You understand? I'm that person. So right now, I'm leading the charge and saying, listen, guys, we got to come up with another way. We can't wait for government to legislate and do all kind of fancy things. No.
But what some people love fight.
Them love the war. I love the fight. I'm not into it.
They're just glad to see the maintenance war.
Yeah. I have to run care somebody go and quote. Watch me on him. Watch me on him. Courthouse. This system of even Strata, you heard she said it. People don't pay their maintenance, they can't take him to court. So I'm gonna take my friend and go to court, stand up in front of the court and watch them take over my friend's house.
But she just
It's a
said that
maintenance
strata
fee.
has holy powers, but people don't use it.
But them not feel good for use it. Them not feel good, Tony.
But what I don't get is these gated communities, they really need to be managed outside. There should be like a whole lot of
Body that manages
them.
If it is gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth is,
you might have a one representative that goes to the meetings and whatever, but it's really a bigger body.
not even a one representative we're gonna meet. You put your thing towards them and them look on it, analyze it, and you know the money, you have the money, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
And them responsible people for go to courthouse and for go at this. But how do you manage and how do you police yourself? But this is where in my headspace I'm having a challenge. I don't know. So you guys give me your thoughts on it. This is where I'm having a challenge. How do I really
eating vegetables at dinner time?
Yeah. Come on. No, I'm sorry for them people who said them to buy a board or whatever. Them have a serious job and them have a serious dispensation for war. I don't.
You have a choice between what cabbage and you to go
bacon. Yeah. I like peace. I want to live in a community peacefully. Right? I don't want the constant war and the bickering and people are cuss out about. So why you coming here? And you can't afford it. You need to move out and whatever. It's like one side against the other. I don't like it. I don't think it goes anywhere. You tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Me, I said, me personally would have find a model, and we're working on that now, guys. We'll find it, we'll tell you. We want to find a model where we can maintain our community without homeowners taking $1 out of their pocket. Not saying that they're not going to do any work, right? But money is what divides families. It divides your communities as well. It divides political parties. It divides sports teams. Constant fighting over money is not it. It's not it.
I agree. Jamaica is music capital of the world. And yes, when I'm in Jamaica, I can stay home and listen to the church service.
Yes, sure.
Because as much as I believe the fees are a bit too high, I do believe and agree with having fees enforced, because not having this can lead to a gated community to run down and even bring down home values.
But Kirk, consider consider another model. We don't have to follow the crowd. We have to think outside of the box. Not because the whole of them are the gated community or HOA or strata, this and blah, blah, blah. That's what them come up with. But if we can come up with something different that works for us, then maybe we can be the leader in this. And the rest of them follow we.
Divinity said, Miss D, my cousin has a real estate situation with 2 properties. I'm not sure what to do. When is the best time to call you? She would do well with your expert modeling advice.
As I come off live, in 5 minutes you call me. Tony going to do some cooking, but me never watch TV. So you can call me.
Jovan says, the bill sounds like it would add limitations to Airbnb for gated communities.
Exactly, Jovan. All them something now. So what I'm talking about. So if you could design your own community, which Riverside and Eco said have the privilege of doing that. You could design your own community and what it will look like, right? And how it would maintain and how all of that. I want you to think, guys. Don't follow the crowd. They might do something over this and it not work. It's not working. This whole thing, this whole corruption start because some people don't pay their maintenance. There's not one gated community in Jamaica where you have 100% compliance. And I'm sure it's the same all over the world. It does not work.
Cheryl says, yes, it should be audited and persons collecting the funds should be able to give an account of what the funds are being used, spent on. Definitely. Jovan says, I agree, Miss D. believe an independent body should manage maintenance and enforcement of such law.
Mm-hmm. Can't go on myself.
Joe, I agree. I believe that's their aim. A property management company should be able to manage such affairs, of course. The community should be able to vote on who the company is. It needs to be a government oversight body, man. Some persons don't pay it if they aren't local because they feel them not there and not use the amenities. So them not pay. So
right. Some people don't pay. Yeah, exactly. Because them not there. That's the truth. Them not there. So them need security for open gate and do all of that. Kick says I need security. I prefer paying something fair. The third party managers may work, but I don't trust easily. Yes, Kick. All right.
Wayne says, lots in Spanish Town still available?
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Wayne.
Go to the website, palmettopinesja8.com. We have some on Olaba Road to Villanova.com. Villanova JA or Villanova.com.
Villanova JA.
Must.
Matt says, best option is to use external management team to manage the gated community with the HOA as oversight.
I don't know about the HOA oversight. That's all like a government thing. Same Strata Corporation Real Estate Board, you take that on them wing and make some money and go manage them. Them should do that. Them have the professionals and them just need to set up another arm. Any more questions?
No, that's it. Well, that says external management team have their own lawyers and bailiff enforcement team.
I don't know if you can police yourself. That's why it's not working. But what do you? Nobody is telling me what they think about another model. Step away from this model of homeowners paying fees. What you think? Think going to your thinking cap. We have to think outside of the box when something not work. And guys, everything look hard till it's done.
Like the Ford man, make the car go faster, like go faster.
Everything look hard until it's done. Maybe I can't read so much motivational book, Think and Grow Rich and all of them. Which is why my brain is always left field. I'm always thinking, how can I do this different? Or how can I do this better? Right? Because I want the desire for peace. Peace is at the foremost. I mean,
especially when you get older.
Yeah, we don't want to war. We don't want to strife. We can walk with my neighbor on a walk. Go down the road with her. We don't may take some up on the board. I'm like, this one of your maintenance fee. And then the back of my brain, I'm for ask her, why not pay maintenance fee? One bag of argument. Right? And she feel a little cute to car. She knows something up on the board. She knows something knows that she not pay the maintenance fee. She not gonna tell me so she broke or whatever. I don't.
Or she hide and seek you.
So my thinking is to go. Everybody have a right, not even the board is thinking properly right now, are the legislators. And the truth is, legislators don't solve problem. This is something that needs to solve a problem. The problem we're having is the non-payment of maintenance, guys. Don't take your eyes off the ball. That's a problem. But every problem that people have, them want to throw a lie upon it or throw a judge upon it. Nobody thinks to sit down and work out the problem. Nobody thinks that. Everybody want to go in front of a judge and a court.
Matt says, why would a HOA base their budget on less than 50% of the total cost?
Who asked the question? Was it she answering to something? She's asked, but you said why? That means somebody suggested it? Why would a HOA base their budget on less than 50% of total lot owners? Oh, because somebody said some lot owners are absent.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the reality now. It's the worst if it's land subdivision. Oh my God, you're not calling it dollar. You're not.
Says the alternative is that everyone takes care of the designated area at certain intervals. And Joanne says she don't pay her maintenance fee and she drive her GA.
Yeah. But
Maintenance is such a
maintenance is a tricky thing. Somebody asked me on this chat about Pembroke Estate, a maintenance fee, but we don't own Pembroke Estate anymore. Remember we sold Pembroke Estate? But a lot, yeah, we sell it long time. But a lot of persons not paying maintenance fee in Pembroke Estate.
Oh,
Because it's a land development, so they don't pay it. A lot of them overseas too, right? But we no longer own Pembroke Estate. We're out long time. But anywhere we live, we pay our maintenance fees.
Yvonne says, unfortunately, over here in the States, they can put a lien on your property and you can lose your home. Norma says, like the idea of value added products that can pay the fee.
Yeah. Come on, guys. You ever think, yes, Norma, thanks for that. You ever think outside of the box? You can't be talking about a fight with your friend or your neighbor, same person will come help you when you drop down. When you're in your yard or water your lawn and you drop down, and them same when I come over, they come help you. So why would you want to be fighting with them about $5 and $10 or $15,000 a month? It don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. The problem is, and you have to understand what the problem is. The problem is the maintenance fees. If everybody was paying the maintenance fees, HOAs wouldn't have a problem. You pay maintenance, everybody pay the maintenance fee, they would go about their business, do what they need to do. Why you're having this problem is because everybody's not paying the maintenance fee. Don't get it sticky. That is the only problem in front of us, right? But the government and everybody want to throw legislation at one problem of not paying maintenance fee.
But then Ms. Gilpin Hudson said it's not just maintenance fee. She also said that it's accountability for funds being spent and the way voting takes place for these gated communities.
Yes.
So it's going to be
yes, but
several
all
issues.
gated communities have them bylaws, right? Which everybody in the gated community is supposed to know how voting takes place and how all these things are supposed to happen. You understand? In the Airbnb community, some persons bought into a community and they were saying, oh, we don't want anybody renting beside us. And we don't want a short-term renters beside us.
Dylan says, that's a good idea. Maybe build additional units for rental that would cover maintenance.
Jovan, now you're thinking. Yeah. Now you're thinking.
Rent out the pool for Saturday.
Rent out the pool for Saturday. So then you have some palm tree, you go plant some mango tree, and go make some money.
Yeah, but those communities have those big
football field and all of them. And a festival are sitting by your field.
Yeah, and host tournaments too.
Yeah.
People come and use the field for different activities.
But you see, all of that.
Or food trucks come in on the weekends and use the fields.
If you start thinking the other way, you're going to find that you're going to get the ideas. You can't just be stuck in we can't take with somebody else because they can't pay the maintenance.
And you know, like those community fields, if you have like just one big event that the community hosts, like a makeshift car race, so people make vehicles out of different things and they come and push it down and they get a trophy or whatever, and everybody looks forward to it. You'll probably make enough money in that one event to cover you
for the whole year. Yeah.
And it comes like a thing that people come to every year.
Yeah, but you see, nobody no want to do the work. They want to sit down and say, oh, they send over 5,000 coming out of bank account every month.
Easy money.
Easy money. They're not building a community where people live. Yeah. And that is where we have faltered. We have forgotten, why are these communities indicated like that now? Because they're trying to protect themselves, build a community, and protect themselves within that space, right? But if you don't have the camaraderie, and you don't have the sitting together, eating together, playing together, if you have pure vexation all around, it makes for too much friction, guys.
Cheryl says, yep, same problem in my subdivision here in the States. My next door neighbor is the treasurer and told their homeowner selling and owes over $2,000 and begging for a discount now that she's selling.
Everywhere is the same thing.
And they have a lien on the house.
Everywhere is the same thing.
Jonas host wedding and seminars. Yes.
Yes, Jovan. Now you're thinking. So you understand what I am talking about, right? In that you have to understand that you have to think outside of the box. You have to think outside of the box. You can't just go with, just you see the crowd that go down the road and you walk behind them like that. And everybody go jump in at the river because the river there at the end of the road. And so everybody reach at the end of jumping at the river. No, you can't go left and you can't go right. You don't have to go forward. You can't reverse yourself too. But we have to think outside of the box, guys. And besides, we have to remember this is our community. If you build a community, it's your community. Right? What I think has happened though is that developers build the community, sell out the community, and gone. Mm-hmm. Then the people who take over the community have to now build themselves their own dream and vision, however they want it to look like, and not everybody's in tune with that. Mm-hmm. You need communities like Ecostead and Riverstead that start out with people already who want to live there. It started people who want to live there. Therefore, we have an opportunity to build a community that we want to live in, that we like, and we want to be there every day. So we put in our own route, our own, and another thing I don't like, in this country, we jump to punishment first. How about doing the opposite and reward? What about reward? What about reward?
I mean, like how JPS gives you $300 cash back for paying your bill.
Yeah, so suppose the maintenance fee at 10,000. You say if you pay it on time, you're going to pay 8,000. How about the reward? If you pay it late, the penalty is the 2,000. How about rewarding people for doing well? Just like how you reward your child when they pick up them bag, them clean them shoes, and make them bed, and so on. You're going to say, yeah, but I'm supposed to pay it anyway. Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Did you reward those things?
No. I don't reward none of that. I don't reward any of that. So, putting a lien on your property, losing your home, I don't like that. In Jamaica, 99% of persons only own one property. One, not many, one. So I don't like the fact that I have to put a lien on somebody's property and them lose it. No, that's not me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So, yes, they're coming with the legislation, that's fine. But some of you would have bought into a community, so you don't have the opportunity to make changes or to really refocus everybody and do whatever. But in Ecostead and Riverstead, we are building our own community. So we have the opportunity to know in which direction we want to go. Some of you will buy into our communities, and I hope that you will share our vision, our dream. My dream is to live in a community where I don't pay no maintenance fee, but the place is pick and span. Beautiful. Everybody wants to live there. You Tony? Everybody wants to live there. That's what we're striving for. We're not striving for war. We're striving for peace. That's what we want. All right. So it is 5:09. Kick says, I'm looking to rent a room in my house. Can I contact you? Yes, you can. Let me see where it is. 292-6776. Person want to call me, you can call me right after we come off live. All right. No more questions?
No more questions.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Remember, we're on TikTok. Go over there and, follow? Go over there and follow us on TikTok. Like little TikTok now, you know.
I realize.
TikTok. Like, no, you don't mind, you have a TikTok, then I'll go part after the phone call.
All right.
I like it. It's nice. All right, guys. So, bye, everybody.
Bye. See you next week.
Come with some ideas about not paying the maintenance fee, man. Come with it next week. Tell me what you think. Think about it the whole week and come back and say, Miss D, this is what I think you can.
All right.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.